I'm Elaine, and we live here in Thornbury with, we've got 3 children, 2 of whom are in their 20s and have grown up and live away most of the time, but come back quite frequently. And when we became a host family, we had our 17-year-old living with us still, Tom, who's now gone off to university as well.
I'm Andy. I work in renewable energy, work from home most of the time.
I think being a host and looking back over the last 18 months has been an absolute privilege for us. I think the reason that we got involved was, like everybody, we were appalled at what was going on in Ukraine. We realised that the Ukrainian people were people just like us. They just happened to be, the wrong things were happening at the wrong time.
Yeah, it just felt like the right thing to do. The world can seem a very bad place at times, and sometimes you feel like you want to make a difference, but you don't quite know where to start. So this is a practical way that we could do something. So I think it's been a mixture of sort of organisational and social adaptation. So there were a lot of administrative things to do. So you helping get bank accounts set up and dealing with the various government agencies and helping with insurance. Anybody would need help with it if they've just come to the UK from the sort of the social point of view. Yeah, helping them get around Thornbury, get to meet people, taking them to various places.
At the beginning, to try and connect, because we didn't have the language, we used to go out for walks or make things together or mess around in the garden and these sort of things. As the language became easier, we had some very funny issues with Google Translate at the beginning when it would translate things into something which it really shouldn't have. So I remember my daughter coming home and trying to explain something. I think she was asking Milana what her favourite animal was, and then there was a very, very big swear word came up on Google Translate, which we had to completely obliterate very quickly.
Yeah, I know, but they got a bike that they were using and we got a padlock for them, and she couldn't speak much English at that time, and she was out and she'd forgotten the number on the padlock. So she couldn't undo it and couldn't get the bike away. So she was WhatsApping me saying, I can't remember. And then I eventually remembered myself and I said, WhatsApp this number back. And I said, try that. And then it came back, yes. And it was just lovely. It was just such a natural reaction and just a typical strange thing of like, emergency, what do we do? And it was just so nice that we sorted it out.
We had a few language things as well. So Yana was thinking, I was saying I'm going to get some flour for the cake, and she couldn't understand why on earth we want to put flowers in the cake, until we realised that though she was thinking of the garden flowers and why we were going to try and make a cake out of garden flowers. And then once I was saying, oh, come on quickly, we're going to miss the train. And Milana said to me, who's Mrs. Train? So you suddenly realise how many sort of idiosyncrasies there are in the English language and how many things sound like other things. It's a big decision, and I think it's really important that you think it through, that you talk about it with everybody in the family is on board with it, because it does affect everybody, but I think it affects everybody in a really positive way. So when our girls come back from university, they were really pleased to see Milana and want to play with her and things. But at the same time, Yana and Milana have done a lot of things by themselves as well. So I think it's really important as a host family to give independence to your guests. Milana, who couldn't speak any English and seemed like a very shy Ukrainian girl when she arrived, to watch her English and to be fluent by 3 or 4 months in, and don't be put off by the language, because that comes really quickly. I think if you're in 2 minds, I think it's good to go for it, because it's such a privilege to be able to make a difference to other people, and we've got so much out of it.